In a 2023 sermon, James Talarico said that in a truly Christian nation, the government would pay off student loans. This is Friday, August 21st, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for starting the end of your week with the Texas Minute. A pass-the-trash scandal in a small school district east of Dallas has now drawn federal charges. More on that story coming up. Unearthed footage of a sermon delivered by Democrat U.S. Senate nominee James Talarico shows him declaring what he believes a truly Christian nation would look like. Talarico delivered the sermon in October 2023 at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, where he's been a longtime member and has preached on multiple occasions. Here's a sample of what Talarico preached that Sunday.
The Bible doesn't mention abortion or gay marriage, but it goes on and on about forgiving debt, liberating the poor, and healing the sick. If this was truly a Christian nation, we would forgive student debt. If this was truly a Christian nation, we would guarantee health care to every single person.
Sounds like Talarico's version of the gospel was written by Karl Marx. Now, the focus on his preaching has come because Talarico himself has made his faith central to his political identity in the U.S. Senate campaign against Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton. You might recall that Talarico previously described himself as a, quote, Christian who hates Christianity, and has said that God is non-binary. Federal fraud charges are being brought against two former staff members at Forney Independent School District east of Dallas for their role in a pass-the-trash scheme that enabled a teacher with a history of sexual misconduct to abuse more special needs students. The district fired both individuals after their behavior was exposed. The former principal of Crosby Elementary is Wendy Bailey. She allegedly helped the teacher, Jonathan Michael, provide false information and conceal past misconduct claims so that the district would hire him. Mr. Michael had, at a different school district, been accused of physically and sexually abusing male special needs students and charged with indecency with a child. He was later dismissed from two other school districts. So after Ms. Bailey helped him secure a position in Forney ISD under a different name, he specifically requested to work in a classroom with nonverbal students. In the new position, he was, earlier this year, accused by other Forney staff members of abusing those special needs students. For this weekend's edition of Real Texans, Travis Morgan sat down for a candid conversation with baseball legend Mark Teixeira. Of course, they talk about baseball, but also Teixeira's love of Texas and why he's running for the U.S. House this year. Here's a quick clip from their conversation.
In 2001, got drafted by the Texas Rangers, came back to Texas, and, you put that flag on your sleeve with the Texas Rangers, right, and you have, 45,000 people screaming for you and waving Texas flags. It's not hard to fall in love with the state again.
You can catch this new episode of Real Texans this Sunday on the Texas Scorecard app, as well as on YouTube, X, and Facebook. The city of Houston is appealing a federal court ruling that struck down the race-based portion of its contracting program. The program has directed municipal contracts towards minority-owned, women-owned, and small businesses since 1984. U.S. District Judge David Hittner ruled last month that the program's race-based provisions violate the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. His order bars the city from continuing to use racial preferences when awarding contracts. The ruling originated from a 2023 lawsuit filed by a white couple who said their two landscaping companies couldn't compete on equal footing with other companies because of the city's contracting requirements. Programs like Houston's have come under increasing legal pressure since the U.S. Supreme Court's 2023 decision ending race-based affirmative action in college admissions. Texas ended its own certification program for minority and women-owned businesses earlier this year, though a state judge temporarily reinstated it back in March. You can keep up with the latest news impacting the Lone Star State by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Aaron Anderson, Travis Morgan, and Michael Wilson. Our producer is the great Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, finish the week strong.